Hi NASCAR fans, this is JB the Pure Sports Fan 5 with another diecast review. And today's diecast review is Lake Speed's 1998 Cartoon Network Wacky Racing 1950 Ford Coupe Stock Rod diecast from Racing Champions. This is one of the more unique cars from back in the 90s and shows how badly modern day NASCAR diecasts are lacking in creativity. This is, of course, a diecast based on Lake Speed's 1998 Cartoon Network car, specifically the version that ran at the beginning of the season. As this was one of like 4 or 5 Cartoon Network paint schemes to run that season, depending on what you consider as different or not. Of course, Lake Speed started out with this paint scheme at the beginning of the year, where this car, or specifically the actual version of this paint scheme on the Ford Taurus stock car from that season, was involved in the last lap wreck that ended the Daytona 500 early and handed Dale Earnhardt his only Daytona 500 win. Then, several months later, they ran the blue and pink Cartoon Network birthday car for NASCAR's 50th anniversary, which unfortunately then ended up marking the end of Lake Speed's career due to an injury suffered at, I can't remember which road course, but it was one of the road courses. Just remember it was Watkins Glen or Sonoma. Which then saw Lake Speed step away from racing, with Jerry Nadeau taking over the car. Then Jerry Nadeau ran a Scooby-Doo Zombie Island car later in the season, which ran both with a orange number and then ran a couple races with a purple number. And at the end of the year, Jerry Nadeau also ran a Powerpuff Girl paint scheme, which is apparently, from what I've heard recently, possibly the rarest of the Cartoon Network Wacky Racing diecast to be made. And it's also the paint scheme that I've been having the hardest time with so far, the remake on NASCAR 21 Ignition for the series I've been doing, where I remake those paint schemes on that game. Thanks in large part to the fact that, since I guess the company lacked one, Motorsport Games didn't put a heart in the game as a shape you could use, and they also didn't have any stars on the game either. Anyways, on to the stuff that comes with. As you can see, first off, comes with a little stand that says Racing Champions, NASCAR 50th Anniversary, and stock rods. And on the actual card itself, you can see stock rods, 1950 Ford Coupe issue number 111 out of 19,998 according to the packaging. You can see number 9 stock rods, smelling engine parts, Cartoon Network Wacky Racing, as well as Pixie and Huckleberry Hound. And on the back you can see stock rods, Lake Speed. What if your favorite drivers traded in their stock cars to race in a classic hot rod from the past? Introducing stock rods from the #1 name in diecast collectible, today's top drivers and team graphics on yesterday's favorite hot rod customized vehicles. And the 1950 Ford Coupe issue number 111 again, with all the copyright information. Now onto the car itself. As you can see, on the hood, as mentioned, you got Pixie taking a wrench to Huckleberry Hound's nose, as well as Cartoon Network Wacky Racing and melting engine parts. Down this side, you've got a bunch of dust clouds, NASCAR Race Car RCA, Ray Bustus Brakes, Moog and DuPont. You got the number 9 in the font that was on both this and the birthday card in 1998. Now, so you got Wally Gator and Adam Ant holding a fuel can, which on the actual original car lines up with where the fuel cell area would be. And you can see you've got First Plus Financial, which was Jerry Nadeau's sponsor that season as well, if I'm not mistaken, over at the Elliott Marino team he drove for. As you can see, nothing on the back bumper, but on the trunk of the car you've got Dixie with a little squeegee for cleaning the window, as well as melting engine parts and Cartoon Network Wacky Racing. Down the right side you can see it's a bit different like all Cartoon Network cars were. As you can see, you got different dust clouds on this side, as well as Magilla Gorilla and Yaki Doodle with a bunch of wrenches and stuff. As you can see on the roof, you got number 9 and Lake Speed's name. And since this is from back when diecast in 164 actually had effort put into them, there's a look at the engine detail as well. And just look at the base for anyone wondering. Anyways, this is JBDP Motorsports 25. See you guys next time.